After age 60, your body naturally loses up to 1% of muscle mass every year, even if your weight stays the same. This silent decline affects balance, energy, and even how well your heart and brain function. The surprising part, some of it may be caused by what's on your plate. But here's the good news: just one small change in the meats you choose can protect your heart, support your memory, and boost your vitality. You don't need a complex diet. No magic pills. Just knowing which foods to enjoy and which to avoid can make all the difference. Most people over 60 think they're eating healthy, but research shows that a few common meats can silently speed up aging, weaken your immune system, and even raise your risk of memory loss. Why don't more seniors know this? Because these meats are familiar, convenient, and often mistaken as healthy. In today's video, we'll reveal the 3 worst meats to avoid, and the 3 best ones that can help you feel stronger, think clearer, and age with confidence. Backhand index pointing right if this matters to you or someone you love. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to Senior Health Over 60, and share it with your family and friends. Number 1. 3 meats seniors should avoid after 60. As we grow older, our bodies change, slowly at first, then all at once. And something as simple as what we put on our plate can have a much bigger impact than we think. Today, let's take a close look at 3 meats that doctors and nutrition experts strongly advise seniors to either cut back on or eliminate entirely. These meats may taste familiar, comforting, or even nostalgic, but beneath the flavor, they carry hidden risks, especially for older adults. Let's start with one that's probably already in your kitchen right now. 1. Bacon, the silent killer hiding behind the sizzle. There's no denying it, bacon smells amazing. That morning crackle in the pan, that crispy bite. For many Americans, it's a breakfast favorite, wrapped in memories of weekend mornings and comfort. But for seniors, bacon is more than just a guilty pleasure. It's a serious health hazard. Bacon is loaded with saturated fat, which clogs arteries and spikes LDL cholesterol. But even more concerning are the nitrates and nitrites, chemical preservatives added to keep bacon looking fresh and tasting smoky. Inside the body, these preservatives can transform into carcinogenic compounds linked to cancers of the colon, pancreas, and stomach. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats like bacon as a Group 1 carcinogen. That's the same category as tobacco and asbestos. For seniors whose cells repair more slowly, the damage accumulates faster and lasts longer. And there's more. When bacon is cooked at high heat, it produces compounds called AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These AGEs speed up aging at the cellular level. They trigger inflammation, strain the blood vessels, and accelerate diseases like Alzheimer's, arthritis, and heart disease. Here's the hard truth. For people over 60, even a few strips a week can tip the scale toward long-term harm. Bacon may bring comfort, but it comes at a cost, and one that may be invisible until it's too late. Let me tell you about a former patient of mine, Linda, 67, retired teacher. She'd have bacon twice a week. No big deal, right? But she also had borderline high blood pressure and mild kidney issues. Within 18 months, her symptoms worsened, not dramatically, but quietly. Once we removed processed meats from her diet, her numbers improved. It wasn't magic, it was just better choices. 2. Processed meats, convenience with a cost. Now let's talk about the cold cuts: deli turkey, ham, salami, hot dogs. They're easy, they're everywhere, and they're often marketed as lean or light protein options. But don't let the label fool you. Processed meats are packed with salt, chemical preservatives, and artificial flavorings. These compounds increase inflammation, stiffen arteries, and raise your risk of stroke, heart failure, and colorectal cancer. Just 2 slices of deli meat a day, that's 1/8 ounces, has been shown to raise cancer risk by 18%. For younger bodies, the impact may be less obvious. But for seniors, especially those on medications or with reduced kidney function, These hidden additives build up fast. They increase water retention, worsen hypertension, and add stress to your organs that are already working overtime. I remember George, 74, widowed, living alone. He liked ham sandwiches for lunch. Easy, familiar. But over time, his doctor noticed signs of mild cognitive decline and increased blood pressure. When we cut back on processed meats and added more whole foods, his energy returned. His mind sharpened. Again, not a miracle, just smarter fuel. Processed meats are seductive. They save time, but at what price? For many seniors, the price is independence, clarity, and years of good living. 3. Industrial red meat, the flavor that fights your future. A juicy steak seared rare. For some, it's the taste of celebration, a reward after a long day. But industrial red meat, especially when undercooked, can be a ticking time bomb for seniors. Factory-farmed red meat is often high in saturated fats and hard-to-digest proteins. As we age, our digestive systems slow down. The liver and kidneys struggle more with excess fat and protein, especially from grain-fed livestock raised with hormones and antibiotics. Rare-cooked steak, that's an even bigger issue. It may contain harmful bacteria like E. coli or listeria, which older immune systems may not be strong enough to fight off. But beyond infection, red meat is naturally high in arachidonic acid, a compound that sparks inflammation. If you're already living with joint pain, cognitive fog, or heart issues, this added inflammation may quietly push you closer to a tipping point. Then there's how red meat is cooked: grilling, charring, pan-searing. Those beautiful grill marks, they come with HCAs and PAs, chemicals linked to cancer risk. Add to that iron overload in older adults, and you're dealing with a cocktail of long-term damage. Take Richard, 69, former veteran. Loved his medium-rare steak every Saturday. But he also had arthritis and was starting to experience memory lapses. After cutting back red meat to once a month and switching to fish and poultry, his inflammation markers dropped. He didn't feel like he gave something up, he felt like he got something back. These 3 meats, bacon, processed cold cuts, and industrial red meat, may taste good. But for seniors, they often do more harm than good. And the most dangerous part, the damage builds slowly, quietly, without clear symptoms until it's too late to undo. But the good news, you have the power to choose differently. Coming up next, we'll talk about 3 incredible meats that do belong on your plate. Meats that can strengthen your heart, fuel your brain, and slow the aging process naturally. So stick around, the next part may just change your next grocery trip for good. Number 2, 3 meats that help seniors age stronger, sharper, and healthier. We've talked about the meats to avoid, the ones that quietly chip away at your health. Now let's shift the focus to a much more empowering truth. There are meats that actually support your body as it ages. They don't just taste good, they help reduce inflammation, protect your heart, improve mental clarity, and make everyday living just a little easier. Let's explore 3 of the most powerful, nutrient-dense protein options you can add to your plate, starting with one that swims, not walks. 1. Wild-caught salmon, the meat that thinks for you. When we talk about brain food, few things come close to the mighty salmon, especially wild-caught varieties. This isn't just a delicious fish. It's one of the most well-researched and trusted foods for senior cognitive health. Why? Because salmon is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA and EPA, nutrients that directly support memory, mood, and mental sharpness. They help preserve brain volume, reduce the rate of cognitive decline, and even improve sleep, something many older adults struggle with. And it's not just your brain. Omega-3s also reduce triglycerides, lower blood pressure, and support flexible, healthy arteries, making salmon a heart's best friend too. Another hero compound in salmon is astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that gives the fish its pink-orange color. Astaxanthin fights oxidative stress and helps calm chronic inflammation, which is at the root of many age-related diseases, including arthritis and dementia. Let me tell you about Helen, a 72-year-old artist from Oregon. She came to me tired, foggy, and anxious. We reviewed her diet and saw almost no seafood. After introducing wild salmon twice a week, baked with lemon and olive oil, her mood stabilized, her sleep improved, and she even found it easier to remember names and appointments. It wasn't a miracle, it was nutrition done right. And salmon is gentle. The flaky texture makes it easier to chew and swallow, a big plus for those with dental or swallowing challenges. It's versatile too: bake it, grill it, steam it with herbs. No need for heavy sauces. If there's one meat I recommend to every senior patient, it's wild-caught salmon. Eat it 2 to 3 times a week. Your brain and heart will thank you. 2. Free-range chicken, gentle strength for a resilient body. Chicken might not be flashy, but don't underestimate it, especially when it's free-range and pasture-raised. This simple meat offers clean, high-quality protein that's easy for older bodies to digest and use. As we age, we naturally lose muscle, a condition known as sarcopenia. And with less muscle comes weakness, slower recovery, and greater fall risk. But the amino acids in chicken, especially leucine, help maintain and rebuild muscle tissue, keeping you strong, stable, and more independent. Free-range chicken also brings valuable micronutrients like vitamin B6 for brain function, niacin for cellular energy, and zinc for immune support. It's a full package in a lean, light meat. Now, the quality of the chicken matters. Free-range birds live healthier lives and aren't pumped with antibiotics or artificial hormones. Their meat is cleaner, more nutritious, and far better for your aging body. Take Bob, for example, 68, recovering from surgery. We worked with a nutritionist to build his strength back. Every day, he had a small portion of soft-cooked chicken breast with steamed vegetables and quinoa. His recovery was faster than expected. Why? Because we gave his body fuel it could actually use. Free-range chicken is ideal for gentle cooking methods: roasted, boiled, stewed, or grilled with olive oil and herbs. It's satisfying without being heavy, making it a perfect everyday protein. 3. Grass-fed beef liver, nature's multivitamin for seniors. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Liver? Really? Hear me out. Grass-fed beef liver is one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and especially powerful for aging bodies. A single serving offers more vitamins and minerals than many supplements. And unlike synthetic pills, the nutrients in liver are highly bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs and uses them more effectively. Liver is loaded with vitamin B12, which is crucial for brain health, nerve function, and energy. Many older adults unknowingly suffer from B12 deficiency, mistaking their fatigue, fogginess, or low mood as just aging. But often, it's simply a missing nutrient. Liver also delivers heme iron, which helps carry oxygen to your brain and muscles, improving focus and stamina. It contains vitamin A as retinol for vision and immunity, folate for cell repair, and choline for memory and liver function. Mary, 70, was constantly drained. Her labs showed low B12 and iron. Instead of loading her with pills, we started with 2 ounces of sautéed liver once a week. Within a month, her energy came back. She started walking again, engaging with friends, and felt like herself for the first time in years. Just remember, liver is powerful, so moderation matters. Once or twice a week is more than enough. Cook it gently with onions, garlic, maybe a touch of rosemary, and it becomes rich, savory, and surprisingly enjoyable. These 3 meats, wild salmon, free-range chicken, and grass-fed beef liver, aren't just food. They're medicine in disguise. They help your body heal, think, move, and defend itself. They give you the best chance at staying vibrant, independent, and strong, not just living longer, but living better. Coming up next, we'll talk about how to shift your mindset around meat and aging, and what it truly means to eat with purpose. Number 3, a new mindset about meat and aging: eat to live, not live to eat. There comes a point in life when food is no longer just about taste, routine, or tradition. It becomes something much more powerful, something that can either preserve your vitality or quietly take it away. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, every bite matters more. Our digestive systems slow down, our organs become more sensitive, and our bodies recover more slowly. That's not bad news, it's just reality. And it gives us a choice: to keep eating the way we always have, or to eat with intention. Here's the truth many of my patients find liberating. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You don't need to cut out all meat, live on lettuce, or give up everything you enjoy. You simply need to make smarter swaps, trading the meats that inflame and weaken you for those that heal, energize, and protect. That's not a diet. That's wisdom. It's also time to let go of the idea that taste should come before health, that food should be comforting no matter the cost. Because in our later years, food becomes either medicine or poison. It either builds us up or breaks us down. Let me share a story with you. Jim, 75, was set in his ways. Every Friday was steak night. Every breakfast included sausage. He wasn't interested in changing his diet. But after his second mini-stroke, he had a choice: keep eating the same way or start walking his granddaughter down the aisle one day. We made small changes. He swapped sausage for salmon, switched red meat to chicken during the week, and he kept steak night but just once a month. Within 6 months, his blood pressure stabilized, his memory improved, and he had more energy than he'd had in years. Here's the lesson: you're never too old to choose better. And better doesn't mean bland. It means being mindful, being proactive, eating to live, not living to eat. Your plate is your power. And with a few mindful changes, you can make the years ahead stronger, brighter, and more enjoyable than ever before. Next, let's bring everything together in our final thoughts and talk about what to do with this knowledge moving forward. We've covered a lot today, and if you're still with me, I want to say this: thank you. Thank you for taking your health seriously. Thank you for being curious, open-minded, and willing to explore what it really means to age well, not just longer, but stronger. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've seen how some meats, like bacon, deli cuts, and undercooked red meat, may seem harmless, even nostalgic, but quietly erode our resilience. They fuel inflammation, raise disease risk, and accelerate the very aging processes we want to slow down. But we've also discovered the power of the right meats: wild-caught salmon, free-range chicken,